Today we are going to review one of the best books about starting a business, which is called Rework, written by Jason Fried and David Hansson. The main idea of the book is that you need less than you think to start a company. Launch as soon as the core of your business is ready. Founding your own business has never been easier than today. If you start small, you need far less time and resources than you imagine. When starting your company, focus all your efforts on building the core of your business. Without this core, your business cannot function. For example, hot dogs are the core of a hot dog cart operation. Amazon's core isn't only about books. It's about fast shipping, affordable prices, and a great selection. Once your core is ready, launch immediately. Don't wait for every aspect of the business to be fully complete. You can work out the details later. You don't need to take on crippling amounts of debt either. Just use whatever facilities and equipment you have at your disposal or can easily afford. Only use external investment as a last resort, as it will not only dilute your stake in the idea, but the process of looking for funding is time-consuming and distracting. The only way you can attain the sense of urgency and devotion that running a successful company requires is by doing something that matters to you. If you are going to do something, make it something you can be proud of. Make a stand for something you really care about. Once you have a stand, a great way to emphasize it is to pick a fight with an existing competitor. If you run a small coffee house that you see as a heaven for individuals, position yourself as the anti-Starbucks. Having an enemy will provide you with instant positioning in customers' mind and a great story to tell. Make your product inimitable so that you can share everything you know. If your company is successful, others will try to copy it. Your only defense is to make your product inimitable by injecting it with what is unique about you. Usually, people expect great things from products they buy, but are disappointed at the actual performance delivered. Your product should be the opposite. Make it so simple and easy to use that people will love it even more than they expected, and tell their friends about it too. If you accomplish this, you can sell your product like a drug dealer. Give people a taste for free, knowing they'll happily come back for more. Many small startups long for mass and greater recognition, but bigger is not always better. Consider schools like Harvard and Cambridge. Do you think they aim to expand their campuses all over the world, educated hundreds of thousands of people annually? Unlikely. Instead, they are comfortable being the size they are, as should you. Being small also allows you to keep your entire team on the front line of the business, interacting with customers firsthand and hearing their requirements and feedback. A complex hierarchy can muffle that feedback and slow you down. Nevertheless, being small to begin with doesn't mean you should forget that you're running a business. Less is more. Start saying no and keep your product lean. When you run into problems with your product, consider cutting features from it. If you want to make something great, you need to chisel away stuff that is merely good. Just like Hemingway wrote Nobel-winning fiction with very sparse language, you too can make a great product or service with very few features. If your competitors offer a product with lots of features, don't try to one-up them by offering everything they do plus more. However, as you gain more and more customers, you'll start getting more and more requests to develop the product further. Never overreact to these requests by immediately modifying your product and adding new features as requested. If you do, your product will rapidly become unrecognizable and probably scare away new customers. Say no to even the best sounding ideas at first. If a customer request is truly important, it will keep coming up so often that you can't ignore it. Create an environment where people manage themselves and communicate with each other honestly. If you treat your team like children, they will quickly turn into non-thinkers and non-doers and end up costing you a lot of time and effort while accomplishing very little. What you need are employees who can manage themselves. And such individuals only thrive in working environments where they are given trust, responsibility, and autonomy. Remember one more thing: productivity doesn't follow from long hours, but rather from focused work and quick wins. The best employees have busy lives outside of work, so they work hard to leave at 5 o'clock. Workaholics who stay late can even hurt the overall productivity of an organization by making non-workaholics feel guilty and less motivated. The very last piece of advice would be: hire people only when absolutely necessary, and forget about resumes. Trust your instincts. That's all for today. But if you want to find out more details, feel free to use the link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get access to reviews of greatest books.